This is Steve Stout, and these are some of my favorite ways to use the new AudioThing plugins. I've got this acoustic song that is pretty simple. And I wanted to keep it moving, so I did some lap drumming, and it comes in this little first kind of do-do-do section here. So this is before I use dials. Pretty wimpy. Cool high end, but I just went through some of these presets and found the coolness enhancer. So now it kind of sounds like this stereo tom thing, just out of using just like some lap drums. So now when this comes in, without it, super helpful to keep the song moving along. In the last chorus, staying with drums, I have this kick drum that goes through the whole song, but then I wanted to make it more like Flaming Lips at the end here and make it more exciting, so I'll just play a little bit of the whole section put together. So these drums are actually just, the kick drum is on its own channel, and then this is a snare drum and a set of stereo overheads. And this is the drums without dials. Sounds cool. Sounds like what those mics are. But then if we dial up dials here, I think I used the drum thickener plugin preset here. This is without it. With it. I'll do the same thing with the song on here, so you can tell the difference. So I'm gonna turn it off. I'm not so sure that I want to. Not exciting. Much better. That's pretty fun. I also had to do something to the vocals here. They have a really nice warm, they're a ribbon mic throughout the whole song through my Focusrite RSA1 preamp, and they sound great in like the bridge. I know sometimes it seems that I've got things to do. But in this last chorus, there's so much happening that I needed to brighten them a little bit to get them to cut through this, like, there's so many more tracks happening here in the last chorus. So I added an instance of the Type A plugin. And I'll play it for you without it first, so you can tell kind of it's not really cutting as much. It just sounds kind of muddy. I'm not so sure that I want to. Now let's turn it on. Brings it super forward. I'm not so sure that I want to. So that's super helpful. I have this really cool part in the bridge that all these AudioThing plugins are completely making this part for me. It's just a Mellotron flutes part with the Arturia Mellotron. This is where it started. And so I'll play this without any plugins. Now we add the gong amp. Outer space. You'll notice I have the panning of the first two tape heads panned hard left and right. Such a cool thing that you can't do with an actual Space Echo. You'd have to print it over and over again to get it to have that type of panning scenario. So I think that that's a super helpful tool to get stuff that's maybe not super stereo to become quite a bit more stereo than you had originally. So that's super helpful. I have a harpsichord part here that was a tiny little toy piano that I have. Super, super affected. This is the original track here before I bounced it in place. So well, they say that I'll grow out of it. It's just a kid's toy, so it doesn't really have like a ton of vibe. So then I added the bubbles. So we'll solo this up. All right, that's no plugins. Bubbles. That's really just like brightening it up a lot. I'm not using it as like a delay in this scenario. Then I'm using Things texture. Just to completely smear the crap out of it here. And then the final step is outer space. Just to really take it to a place where I almost wanted a ride cymbal in the chorus, but I thought it would be fun to find an alternative kind of layer that lifted this chorus from the verse. Think I've said too much. Where they say that I'll grow quiet, but I'm not so sure that I want to. But without it, it's pretty boring, you know? Much simpler than way down here with you. I've also got a usage of the type A on my Wurlitzer, just because it's can be pretty dark. So I wanted to brighten it up, and this is a great way to do that. This is without the plugin. And this is with the plugin. You can really kind of get into some of these higher frequencies. Bring a little life back into the whirly. I'm also using some of the drum machines from AudioThing here. I've got the SR88 loaded up in this verse. That's all just effects that are built into the plugin. I pulled up a preset, messed with it. And then on top of that, I have layered the Latin percussion, which is awesome. Using a ton of the overdrive here. It seems, you know, maybe super like a funky Beach Boys thing, but in the context of the song, it really helps this next verse stay interesting. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you check out some of these plugins for yourself. I think I've done it again. Well, they say